Why didn't this highly trained military teacher in charge of kids with guns, why didn't they bring something up?
Well, then there's that twist, and that twist is what we have here as part of this training is they're not using bullseyes. I mean, and I think about this because I've shot a lot of weapons in my career. And I've dealt with all of these, and part of it is you're using silhouettes. You're actually focusing in on people. Now, that in itself doesn't sound so unusual unless you're talking about this.
Right.
We have somebody who just murdered 17 people. You're the very person who taught him how to do it. So you have the ability to come back and say, let me get this right, teacher, professor. I understand that you taught him how to shoot, taught him how to shoot long arm rifles. You taught him how to shoot not just bullseyes, but silhouettes on others. These are actually people. That's what you did, and he was good at it. In fact, he was a marksman. He was awarded because of this, wasn't he? Wasn't he? And you realize what that means, because it's not about saying it's the teacher's fault, but you realize you overlay that over somebody who has mental illness, you have the ability to potentially use that, and that's what changes it around.
So it becomes kind of diffusing blame a little bit, and maybe to society at large.
It adds a lot of context that people may not be thinking about when they think about a school program or somebody with mental health issues. Imagine this kind of scenario. We want to make sure that this young person, who's just a regular young person, is actually going to get good schooling in firearms safety and behavior. We need to direct people who may be a little bit wacky, to use a really inappropriate phrase, because JROTC in the military is really good for unruly people trying to find some rails to live their life.
And how careful are they going to be when it comes to mental health, mental injury, all sorts of other things about who they are? Or do you simply say, oh, you're interested in joining us? Come along.
Right.
Or is it something else?
I just want to make a note for our viewers that the jury is being excused right now for some conversations to be had between the attorneys and the judge outside their presence. But, you know, really interesting points that you're raising. You know, and it kind of plays into this larger discussion about what the school did. Did they have proper protocols in place? You know, of course, one of the guards, right, facing criminal charges.
Yeah, facing criminal charges. And what should the proper protocols be? We're dealing with people who are inherently young. They're minors. They're high school kids. But we're trying to give them the appropriate training, skills, and encouragement to pursue a career that might involve firearm, because a lot of really good careers do involve firearms. And so there's mixed balancing issues that need to be expressed and explored.
Absolutely. Criminal defense attorneys Josh Schiffer, Jack Rice, thank you for